What's good, y'all? I'm K-Luv. You never heard of me before. I'm a rapper and singer from Tampa, Florida. Been doing music for about 12 years. Still going strong. We hang and swing and maintain around here. This year we trying some new things. I'm about a brand spanking new quality camera, brand spanking new quality lights and setup and everything else you could think of because we trying to level up and be brand spanking new in quality. This year we dropping 12 songs. Well, technically 11 because I don't really fuck with 12. We dropping 11 songs and maybe one more. Just depends on how I feel. Every 28 days. So if you ever look online, like, advice from like Spotify, like all the people like that, they always recommend, they want to do a song every 28 days or more just to try to get the algorithm like a little boost. In the past, I try to do like, if you notice like 2024, whoever's been around, I dropped like a song a week for all of 2024. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit actually did its thing. Like, it was moving, but I feel like I ain't really giving my songs enough love. I don't really care enough the way I care about them. So this year I'm really gonna like let the song speak for itself. I'm gonna give it some more time to breathe. I'm gonna promote them a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? So everybody can really get to know the songs. So that being said, we got 12 songs or 11 songs dropping this year. Starting off this week, it's gonna be The Heart. But let's do a recap of 2024, 2025, what's been going on. Because a lot of y'all been saying like, oh, K-Luv quit. K-Luv ain't doing it no more. K-Luv, you know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. So I had a long past couple 2 years, you feel me? And I would say it started off like Classic Weekend. If you know what Classic Weekend is, FAMU versus BCU in Orlando. So that exact weekend, you feel me? I was hanging, swinging, maintaining, same thing. So basically, like, I had passed out, just like doing too much, doing things I wasn't supposed to, passed out. Next thing I know, I had to go to the hospital. Heartbeat was above 200. Just trying to figure out what's been going on. Come to find out, it's really just something like really genetic. They call it like tachycardia, AFib, or some shit like that. And you know what I'm saying, just had to deal with that. So 2025, I had to do heart surgery. It sounds a lot crazier than it really is. I promise you, it's not that bad. Like, they literally just went in and like, you ever like, I don't even know what it's called. It's called like an ablation. So they just burnt a little piece of there. So it's not supposed to speed up no more. It ain't supposed to. It do sometimes. I ain't gonna cap you down, but it ain't supposed to. Anyways, so all that shit happened. So you could basically just count like full 5 months of 2025 out. We started off 2025 with a bang. I dropped Where We Going originally January 2025, and I just thought this year gonna be it's gonna be the year, you feel me? And boom, all that kind of happened. I had to have heart surgery. Actually, because of my work, what I did in 2024, I think I dropped at least 40 songs in 2024. I ended up getting signed. You know what I'm saying? Shit was dope. Well, I thought it was gonna be dope. I ended up getting signed. Come to find out, them niggas just ain't had no money. I signed a non-disclosure, so I can't really give away any names, but them niggas was full of shit. I'm talking about like they signed me, like I'm trying to get better deals on my contract. Who this nigga think he is? He think he Chris Brown, you got a long way to go. So I'm like, all right, I'll be humble, you know what I'm saying? We gotta work our way up inside this industry. And then it's just like, bro, they bet our money on the whole entire contract on a nigga getting out of jail. That nigga's not out of jail right now. These niggas was full of shit. These niggas lied to me. But honestly, my biggest lesson from this whole entire thing is that, like, for anybody that wants to get signed to a major label or anything like that, these major labels don't even know what the fuck they talking about. Nobody knows how to break an artist. Nobody knows what the fuck they doing. Like, you're better off doing it on your own. I took $2,500 of my own money, and I went from fucking 300 monthly listeners top of 2024 to 10,000 with just $2,500. They took 70 bands and put it into some other nigga, and he has less monthly listeners than me. Ain't do shit with it. You feel me? So I'll say the biggest lesson I learned is that I could really do it on my own. And that's what we're doing this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I took the initiative. I bought my own camera. I'm like, content is key. Data is king. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go up that way. And, letting y'all see my real personality, like, little by little. Because I don't even much like getting in front of the camera. I don't like the way I speak. Sometimes I feel like a white boy. Sometimes I feel like I'm too country. Whatever. Y'all just going to get used to this voice, and it is what it is. I'm going to get used to this voice as y'all getting used to it. Oh, yeah. Shout out Moses. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? We was rocking out together. He brought me to that bullshit ass label, but he figured out what was wrong, what was going on with it, and then like he helped me get out of it too. So we rocking out together. We're gonna go taking over 2026 all the whole fucking year. Why do I make music? So I call myself K-Luv. I get into the story of how I got the name, but I call myself K-Luv now because what I say comes from the heart. You feel me? Like, I don't really make up bullshit. I don't like to rap about things that I haven't done. I don't like to talk about, things that ain't really to my life, or it was like an experience or something I had. So most of my songs are really from a place deep within inside the heart. They may not be like real stories necessarily, but it comes from real experiences, like a combination of them. And I just find a way to tell it in different variations. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm singing it, sometimes I'm rapping it. So K-Luv is less about like romantic love and more just like the love of life, love of just like my people, love of like just being alive. That's more so what it is to me. It's kind of hard to like really think about because most people think, oh, you an R&B singer, you should be singing to the females or whatever. But I'm like, it's deeper than that. You feel me? Like, we love the ladies, don't get me wrong, but we love them as people. We don't love them as just like objects or whatever. We love them as like, you my sister. You feel me? Like, I love, you know what I'm saying? It's just different. So my goal with this music thing is to like really speak to people. I'm trying to reach like people who are kind of struggling, you know what I'm saying? Like young adults. So like, here's my story. I'm at a place where it's like you feel like you're supposed to be somewhere, but you just like you ain't there yet. You feel me? And I feel like it's a lot of people that's on that same wavelength as me. Like we struggling, we not really where we want to be at, and this is just like acknowledgement, if anything. Just like, hey, bro, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But keep doing what you got to do. I think my motto for this year is like fall in love with the effort, not the goal. You know what I'm saying? Because goals lead to disappointment. When I was signed to that label, they told me they was gonna give me 70, 100 bands, blah 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 blah, however much to promote my music. You know what I'm saying? And I was really attached to the idea. So it was just like when it didn't come through, it really kind of broke my spirit. I was like, damn, blah 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 blah. And the type of nigga I am, like I have this switch inside my brain where I can't stay down for too long. And honestly, I thank God for that shit for real, for real. Like it's really a blessing that like no matter what happens, like the worst comes to worst, like I won't stay in that place for too long. So they dropped me from the label. They say, hey, we just don't got the money for you, blah 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 blah. Cussed a few people out. I'm talking about cussed them out from, boy, you have no idea. But I took a day, you know what I'm saying? That day I was really like beating myself up. Oh my God, it's never gonna happen. God hates me, blah, 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 blah. 24 hours. But as soon as that 24 hours is up, all right, what the hell am I gonna do next? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think two things about that statement. Like, I think men should take more time to really feel what they feel and stop like holding it down. Like, if you're gonna feel it, feel it. But don't let it keep you down. You always gotta bounce back from it. Like, what's next? So that's my rule. Like 24 hours, feel whatever you feel. If it's a breakup or whatever it's like, 24 hours, feel what you finna feel, and then get right back to it. Cause ain't nobody gotta stop your hustle. Let's get into this first song dropping January 16th, Friday. This one is called The Heart. I know, right? You feel K-Luv, The Heart. But y'all like Kendrick the Heart, like you know the Heart Part 5, where like he was like switching faces and shit like that. Like he went from Kobe to OJ and all this other kind of stuff, which is kind of weird. I love that song, you know what I'm saying? So I really rapped on that original beat, like the actual Marvin Gaye. I don't know what the name of the song is, but the actual beat I rapped on that one at first. And then me and my manager really thought about it, was like, we will never be able to release this shit and make money off of it. I mean, we could release it, but then, you know, they might come for us if it actually blow up. So better to be safe than sorry. So my ass just went in. We scrapped the beat, made something similar to it. So please, you know what I'm saying? I hope, you know, God forbid, I hope it ain't, you know, was whatever. But it's not the same beat. It's a whole different beat, but it was based off of that original sound. And we basically made, well, I made the K-Luv rendition of that. You know what I'm saying? The Tampa, Florida rendition of that. And we just speaking on some things that happened in the past couple of years. You know, just things that I see going around. I made this before all this ICE stuff happened, but I should have, if I had time, I'd go back and put that shit in there now. But, you know, talking about police brutality, things about the street life, being like a reporter for what's going on, just speaking from the heart of the community, the heart of myself, what's going on with me, with everything. So I speak about me having surgery. I speak about my personal life, like my little cousin, he passed away, unfortunately. Then my mentor knowledge, I don't know if it was the same year, but it seemed like it was just back to back to back to back to back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Things just happen. This guy goes. And it just, you know, at a certain point, I guess my therapy is recording, is making music, just getting things off of my chest, just getting things off of my chest into the song, into the studio back here. That's where I'm recording that. You feel me? So, yeah. This song is just basically like a recap of like the past couple years, everything that's going on. So this has been episode 1 of I don't even know what I'm gonna call this series, but yeah, you feel me? We're good to go. All right, peace.